In chapter 3, section 3, something finally happens. Then the rest of this section of this chapter is given the ramifications of that action and how that affects Adam's relationship to the other three characters. So first, what happens? Adam and Charles are playing some sort of sport, and the once-in-a-lifetime thing happens where Adam accidentally, by some twist of fate, by luck, actually wins the game. Charles is so angered by his first loss ever to his younger brother Adam that Charles hits Adam in the face with a bat. Now unconscious on the ground, Adam is hit in the ribs with the bat, and he's hit over the head with the bat, knocking him unconscious. Unconscious on the ground, Charles kicks Adam in the ribs. So that's what happens. Now, as he comes back to consciousness, Adam looks up at his house and sees through the window his stepmother, Alice. And she's making a certain face, and he interprets that face to be hatred or contempt or disgust. But as he goes in the house, he sees that she has left for him hot water, towels, medicine for him to heal. So how does the incident affect his relationship with his stepmother? Well, he reads her face, her emotions, to be contempt or disgust or hatred, but in actuality, what her actions say is that she's tender and caring and loving toward him. Now, how does this incident reflect the relationship, or change the relationship maybe, between Adam and Charles? Well, it seems like it really doesn't. Charles, if he's one thing, he is a psychopath or a sociopath in that he says no sorry and he feels no sorry for his actions. No, Steinbeck says that he simply, in doing that to his brother, was fulfilling himself. So this is a main theme of the novel, and that main theme, Steinbeck tips his hand in a way by naming very many characters of this novel with names that begin with the letter A or the letter C. Those characters whose names begin with the letter A will be sons and daughters of Abel. And those characters whose names begin with the letter C, they'll be sons and daughters of Cain. So all of the A characters will be part of the seed of the woman, and all the C characters will be part of the seed of the serpent. The A characters will be the warm, embracing Gabalin Mountains, and the C characters will be the harsh, scary, dying of day Santa Lucia Mountains. And so the theme of the novel will these characters, will our main characters, be able to transcend, to overcome, and win the struggle for good over what we are, what we're born to be. And he says in this instance, Charles is number one, not sorry, and number two, merely living out who he is. Thirdly, after Alice and Charles, how does this little fight, how does it change the relationship between Cyrus and Adam? Well, somehow Cyrus hears about the fight, though no one told him. Cyrus knows about the fight. And so he changes his parenting tact with Adam. No longer is he as hard and difficult with him. He is more pitiful toward him, not again out of love or nurturing, but he seems like he's just lost even more respect for Adam. And so now Cyrus, on his wooden leg that he carved by himself, is walking around with Adam, giving him fatherly talks. And what is the main topic he wants to tell his son about? Well, about killing, about being a soldier, and what being a soldier often entails. What does it entail? It means warring against the morality with which you have been taught your entire life. You're taught your entire life that the worst, or one of the worst things you can do, is to kill, to take the life of another human being. And then you get in the army and you're rewarded for doing the very thing that your whole life you were warned against doing. And so he wants Adam to join the army. He's going to make Adam join the army so that Adam can be a man. What's a man? A man is someone who defies the regular morality and becomes a soldier and kills. And if you have a problem with that, keep it to yourself, because the only safe course living in the army, Cyrus goes on to advise Adam, is to conform to the masses. Why? Because they're right and they've reached some sort of transcendent truth? No. simply out of self-preservation. The more and more and more you conform to what others think, just simply the safest you are in the army. And then he tells something creepy that feels an awful lot like foreshadowing. Cyrus tells Adam that he stopped short of disciplining Adam to the fullest extent, and he gives a more philosophical, generic statement. He says, no, I never went all the way with you, because you always leave a man one way of escape before you kill him. And then, boy, that sure seems like that's some sort of foreshadowing. And then as section 3.3 comes to an end, we have a certain allusion to the Genesis narrative in Genesis chapter 4, when Abel and Cain both bring sacrifices, and God rejects Cain's sacrifice and accepts Abel's sacrifice. Cyrus just says with his own lips that he prefers Adam to Charles. Cyrus loves Adam, not in the way that he loves Charles. He has a greater love for Adam than he does Charles. So how will the Cain and Abel story turn out once that is revealed?